Welcome. This is T.O. from Whatwouldteosay. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming into the house. Thank you for just everything. Today is just a good day, or if you're watching at night, it's a good night. Just feeling blessed and feeling good. The last few videos that were released, been doing fairly well based on what I've been looking at. And I just want to take time to say thank you. If you have missed some of those videos, just go back and play catch up. Also got the podcast going. We're still working out some kinks and details, but as of right now, we're pretty much just doing the vlog and then stripping the audio and putting it to the podcast until we can narrow it down. I'm a one-man team, so bear with me. We're gonna put some hot products out there, and we're gonna get it going and moving. All right. With that being said, it is episode 5. Today we're going to discuss: does new make you better? I had a thought, and it was: does new make you better? You can apply this to just about anything. So today we're going to apply it to all creatives, all mediums. I personally don't believe that new makes you better. It just simply keeps your passion burning. In the beginning of 2021, we have been, the last 2 weeks, we have seen new cameras being released. The Sony Alpha 1, Fuji just released their next medium format camera. And like everyone else, get some of that gas. Let me clarify, not that type of gas. We're talking about gear acquisition syndrome. Basically, just gear loving. You see that new gear, you want it. We all go through it. I go through it. And I had to really take a step back because, one, these items are expensive. If you already have camera gear and you already been rocking with a specific brand for X amount of years, you may have accumulated quite a few $1,000 worth of gear. I know I have. So just hop into different system, different brands. It's not always the best thing to be doing. Is very expensive to do. So, I was thinking about that, and I was thinking of first and foremost, a lot of these cameras that are coming out, they're so advanced, but you also have to take into consideration: is it for you specifically? Does it help support the brand of work that you're doing? For instance, the Sony Alpha 1, that is a sports commercial camera. You got to be making that level of money in order to justify that type of purchase or cost, unless you're just a hobbyist and you have the funds in your pocket and you just want to do it. If you're in that group, this video ain't for you. All right. So, because 9 out of 10, no shade, you're probably going to resell the camera because you can't use it because it's just way too many functions. That's just the reality of it. That's how I buy my cameras, my used cameras, because I bought it from generally a first owner and they had no clue what to do with the item, or it was just way too advanced for them. So we're going to chop that up there. And I was thinking about it, and I thought, yeah, you could go out and get these cameras, but is it going to make you a better creative? Or in my case, a better photographer? And the answer is, nah, it's not going to make you better. I think what helps when you buy new gear is the excitement of having new gear. So once you have that excitement, that your creativity is that well, it just opens up and you're ready to roll. So your most basic thing that you wouldn't shoot with your old gear, you're shooting with your new gear and you're looking at it from a newer perspective. So I always think of focus on the mental before you focus on the gears. Let me repeat that again. Focus on the mental before you start focusing on the gear. Creativity of all kinds starts right up here, right upstairs. And if you can't get that thought process right, it doesn't matter what you do. You just, it's like shopaholics. They keep shopping and shopping and shopping and shopping, but they're not dealing with the situation at hand, with whatever is going on in their personal life. It's the same thing with gear. Now there do come a time. It's just time to upgrade, And I always say you upgrade when you master the equipment that you have, or your equipment simply just broke down. You just can't move forward with that equipment anymore. It has done everything you needed to do. You have mastered the ins and outs of that camera. There are so many people that own cameras and other creative gear, and they have not mastered that particular gear. I talk to different photographers all the time, and I show them different functions on their cameras. And I always get oh, I didn't know you can do that. Well, you gotta play with your camera. You gotta go out there and try everything. And this is why I like doing different types of photography, because different types of photography involves you using different features in the camera. So that's also my little cheat right there on learning different functions in the camera. From time to time, I'll read the little paper thing, the little booklet thing that comes with the camera. Once in a great blue if I really, really need to figure something out. But for the most part, I do my research, go through YouTube, talk to photographers who own a specific camera, talk to specific genre photographers and ask how they do something. That's how I learn. I'm all about reaching out to the people and talking to the people, and it's a fun time, and I enjoy it, and I love learning. So what you gonna do to fight this internal battle of buying new gear, or in buying new gear? What you gonna do to fight that? How you gonna create the new internally? That's the question that I pose. What are you gonna do to make yourself better? What are you going to use to inspire you? That's my question for you. If you can figure that out, you are in for a good start. And you know what? And we go through this cycle. It's a cycle of, wanting to buy new gear, the newest lenses that has come out, and, you got to stay focused. Stay focused on your craft. Stay focused on the creativity aspect of it. Stay focused on just creating good product, good content. That's what the focus should be on. It shouldn't be on the tools. I'm a collector of watches, and I have a watch guy that takes care of all my watches. All his tools are over 20, 30 years old. He barely replaces his tools, but he knows his tools like the back of his hands. He doesn't replace it. Each tool does the job that is needed to do. And so I think about that. I think about that as far as, dealing with gear acquisition syndrome, or gas. I think about that, and I try to keep everything in perspective. With that being said, thank you. I'm going to close out my thoughts with that. Let me know what you think, what you're going to do to make yourself better while still waiting to purchase gear. Or will you purchase gear? Do you feel gear makes you better? Does it? I'm curious to hear your thoughts and answer. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Instagram, TikTok, my website, Facebook, all the links is going to be down below. I do got prints and books that if you're interested, you want to support the kid, click on the link in the description box. Other than that, you have a great, great, great day or night or whatever time of the day you're watching this. Peace.